We know we've done these in film and television. It's
Mhm.
another era of film and television stuff coming into everyday wear for reality, which is not what it's supposed to be. Now, my thing is that men bashed and talked about women for years about hair weaves, wigs, extensions, and so forth. The man weave.
Yeah, the man weave, I'm gonna just put this out here first. I do not practice it. I do not give my clients false hope because the one thing about it is that you're actually speeding up the process of them balding because you're shaving the hair off, killing the follicle more, and then you're actually putting glue on top of the skin. So you're clogging the pores. And we all know that in order for hair to properly grow, you need blood flow. You need rosemary. You need all those things to help that scalp heal. You need to have a facial on your scalp. You need to detox it. So it's so many things that you can do preventative to actually help support. If the follicle isn't dead, you have an opportunity to feed it. You could, just like a dog, if you find a dog out on the street that's malnourished, you could get it back to healthy, but you got to put the work in. And I think so many guys uh, just run to get that now new service of the man weave man unit instead of actually having that consultation, sitting down. And it takes the barber too, to be real. Yeah, can it be a $500 service? And I'm not knocking nobody who do it, but at the end of the day, you can actually get more money out of your client by changing the way the routine is and getting longevity out of them. Because at some point he's going to have to go bald anyway. And once he goes bald from the glue, then guess what? You lose that client because he's going to go right over to Andis Clipper and buy him a pair of T-liners and shave his head himself. So for me, it's always like it goes back to, once again, passion is people, but then also education is my passion as well. So it's like those two things keep me from practicing that man unit because it's like, yo, let's get your hair healthy, let's get your skin healthy, let's get you in a proper routine, like you said, to slow this process down. We're all losing hair every day, but we don't have to lose it at a rapid pace, or we don't have to speed the process up on our own just because we want the fake dreads, or we want the you don't have to do that. You can actually get healthy hair.
But it was very interesting to see how many Black men were going through this process. And I know when the beard game came in, men felt like it was second hope. Like, I can't grow no hair on top, but look at this beard, which I felt like was a great evolution for Black men, right? But I do understand that hair is very important to Black men. So now they have the tattooing or the SMP process, and I hear a lot of barbers are doing that. When it comes to your hair follicle, once that blood stops flowing in that follicle, guess what?
Over with.
Don't grow.
Getting the
Let's
convertible.
talk about the process of hair growing and what that looks like for men. And I know the DHT, when it's an increase in that, which is the male sex hormone, that increases, Black men bald at an earlier age. But then there's also a genetic aspect of it. If your mother hair is thinner or thin, you will take that trait as well. But then it's also lifestyle and diet. So there's a lot of contributing factors. What John and I are saying is that Black men, you don't have to take this route because you're worsening the situation, even though it's a quick fix for that. You're actually damaging your hair follicle, and also this is going into your bloodstream. And now there's huge lawsuits about perming and what that does, because when you're a woman and you want to get a relaxer or a perm in your hair, you can't do it while you're pregnant. Now just think about why not, because the shit goes into your bloodstream and your blood is producing for your baby. So this is the same aspect. So Black men, take a little bit of time before you jump into this thinking that this is the hot new thing and fall in all these different trends. When you have an educator and someone that really cares about hair care and sustaining hair care like John or your barber in your local town. There's so many things you can do to prevent or prolong, but at the end of the day, you are going to bald. But I feel like a lot of y'all black men, y'all over here chasing these young girls and y'all want to have some hair on y'all head. So then you don't look like no sugar daddy, so she won't be in your wallet. So I suggest that y'all figure out y'all dating realm of community and get you a grown ass woman.
I say these dudes out here hat fishing. Like they take their hat off, I ain't got, boy, that thing gone up under there. And it's like, you know, it is, I think it's a strike at a man's ego when he started balding early, or you know, he don't have that same old spunk that he used to have. You know, my beard used to be all black, but you know, come to grips with it's life. You know, we supposed to get older, we supposed to get wiser. And to me, every time I heard an old man say gray hair, he was like, "Man, this wisdom." So I'm embracing the wisdom that I got. You know, I used to use.
Embracing the gray.
I ain't running from it, you know, because at the end of the day, that's life. That's what's supposed to happen to us.
Yeah, it is. And you got to want to age gracefully because there could be another option that you don't live old enough to see your gray or to see yourself bald. You can die very early. Definitely embracing the maturity of age and knowing how to do that gracefully. There's so many things that we could do ourselves without spending a whole lot of money to be able to prolong the aging process and age gracefully. And some men look very regal in their greatness and, you know, embrace it. That's what I say.
Fall in love with it because it's yours.
Not over there. He got a head full of hair. That's he ain't showed y'all so y'all won't be hating.
Yeah, you know, I got some gray in there too, though. I got some gray in there too. But you know, it's just like I said, I used to color my beard, and it wasn't to the point where you could tell my beard was like fake colored. It was just natural. I know how to use color the right way, so I don't have to have the hard line that I look like I'm Jermaine Jackson. You know what I mean? I just put a nice little cover up on it, camouflage it a little bit, but I just started embracing it and saying, here it is. And you know, I hope more men understand that. We don't. I see. It's crazy that we talking about this because what you see right now on the internet is all these dudes getting the paint and getting the fibers and all of this, and you're not even looking real no more. You look like that haircut is good for the night, but what about I've always based how I cut hair on not just the moment, but the grow out. What is it going to look 2-3 weeks down the line for my client? So when you fibering and you spray painting, that haircut don't look good in a couple of days. That because it's all fake.
This shit look like you never got your hair cut is not a good thing. You know,
No.
sometimes black men, clients and customers, you got to have some integrity about how you leave the barber shop. You got to, you know, and if the barber not working or he's not open to listening or you challenging him or what in the aspect of educating you about what to do, then that's not the barber for you. Just because he's cheap or expensive don't mean that he's good.
I tell my clients, you know, I'll sit back and ask them like, hey, your hair feel a little different. Are you taking a new medication? What's your diet like? How much water are you drinking? And my client be like, you could really tell all of that through my hair. I'm like, yeah. Have you noticed that now drug tests, they doing tests and they checking your hair? I said, because your hair will tell it all.